E3 is officially no more. New instrument controllers are teased for Fortnite Festival, and Valve says, "For the love of God, stop inhaling your Steam Deck fumes." I'm Ash Dixon, and this is GINX News. There's no easy way to say this, so I'm just gonna say it. E3 is dead. I know it's been laying there in a vegetative state for a few years, but some of us had hoped that a miraculous recovery would still be possible. There were even murmurs that we'd see it return this year through a deal with PAX organizer ReedPop. But it wasn't to be, and instead it slipped into the great beyond alongside games like Star Wars 1313 and Scalebound, both games once announced at E3. The news came in the form of a tweet from Organizer Entertainment Software Association, or the ESA. They said, "After more than 2 decades of E3, each one bigger than the last, the time has come to say goodbye. Thanks for the memories. GG, well played." So going forward then, it seems we're destined for these fragmented showcases from various publishers. Yes, there's Gamescom and Summer Game Fest, but let's be honest, they don't quite scratch that same itch. I will say though, as someone who presents a gaming news show, not having a year's worth of announcements condensed into one weekend will be a relief, but I'm still sad to see it go. So as we mourn its passing, it's nice to reflect on some of its most iconic moments. The first event I personally remember was the iconic E3 2005, the year that the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3 and the Nintendo Wii were all unveiled. Well, it was codenamed the Nintendo Revolution at the time. It marked the beginning of perhaps the best generation of console gaming, and just about everyone left feeling very satisfied. But it was the E3 1 year later that will be forever burned into my mind. It was the first time we actually got to see the Nintendo Wii in action, and let's just say my 10-year-old brain was just blown away. You mean you can play games by swinging your arms about? Well, sign me up. I was already running around the place pretending to be a master swordsman. Now I can do that in a video game? What? Now, were those motion controls anywhere near as good as that first trailer teased? Nope, not even close. Hell, I remember playing that SpongeBob SquarePants game and I had to winch things open by spinning the Wiimote, and it would just not bloody work, and stupid kid me thought I was the problem. It wasn't, it was the goddamn remote. The goddamn Wiimote. And don't get me started on Red Steel, but there were also E3s way back before my time, such as the very first in 1995. Everyone knew Sony was going to break into the market with the PlayStation, though no one knew the price. The Sega Saturn was already out for $400 and all eyes were on Sony. And then they did this. $299. A single number being a catalyst for the decline of Sega and the explosion of Sony. There's of course many more iconic moments, but that's where you guys come in. I want to hear your favorite E3 memories down in the comments below. A brand new Rock Band game built within Fortnite certainly wasn't on my 2023 bingo card, but I'm glad it exists either way. There are some fundamental differences. There's no strumming for guitar and bass, drums don't have a line for the kick drum. Oh, and of course, there's no plastic instruments. Well, not yet anyway. Epic had already said that instrument support was coming next year, although a lot of people assumed that was more for backwards compatibility with older controllers. That was until we got this little image teased by PDP. They make officially licensed controllers and accessories, and yes, there's no way that ain't a Fortnite Festival guitar. Better yet, it came with the caption, "Rock on this January," which is way sooner than I expected. Now, this always seemed like a no-brainer to me. Plastic toy-like instruments and the younger Fortnite demographic seemed like a match made in heaven. Hell, if I was 12 right now, that's what I would want under my Christmas tree. It does raise some questions though, like will the instrument come with a new strumming mode? Because if not, then there's this whole right side of the controller which will just have nothing on it. And it would also be a massive shame considering old Guitar Hero and Rock Band controllers are basically gold dust at this point. I know a whole load of people would love a fresh new peripheral, but there's a good chance they won't be backwards compatible. And despite being someone who actually plays guitar, I've always vibed more with Rock Band drums. I've got an electric kit here in the office I use for Clone Hero, and I was excited to hook it up and try out some Fortnite Festival. Sadly for me, it has a new pull-off mechanic where you have to kind of hold down a button and then release it at the right time. You can't really do that on the drums. Don't get me wrong, I think pull-offs are a fun new mechanic, but they make the release of a new drum set look pretty unlikely. Unless, again, they do modify the game when you use an instrument, which is what I'm hoping for. What do you think though? Have you given Fortnite Festival a go? Would you pick up a new plastic guitar? Let us know in the comments. Steam Deck owners have been getting a little more out of their devices than they or Valve ever expected. It's a top seller once again, thanks to cheaper LCDs and the release of the OLED version a few weeks ago. And it's also getting a good bit of press as it now supports HDR remote play from the PS5, even though PlayStation Portal cannot. Hilarious. But as with most good news, there's always someone who has to go and do something really weird. And in this case, it's a small group of players who like to have a little sniff. Nope. Not that kind of sniff, you naughty children. In this case, I'm talking about a phenomenon in which players are taking their Steam Deck, lifting it to their noses, and having a good old smell of the exhaust fumes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a limited edition. That's a limited edition vent smell.
Yep, you not. I know, I was as surprised as you are. And apparently, so many people are doing it now that Valve have literally had to come out and be like, guys, for God's sake, just stop huffing up your Steam Decks. Now, a few people around the office own one, so I thought I'd have an ask around. And first up was Edit Boy George.
Hi, George.
Hi.
You own a Steam Deck, right?
I do.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Have you ever inhaled the fumes?
No, but I might. Why?
Well, like unintentionally? But you don't go in for like a good sniff.
As in from the fan?
Yeah.
I probably have actually. As in like I've held my face to it to see how hot it was, and I've held my hand over it. So I've probably inhaled the fumes. Oh, I got cancer now.
Now, he seemed genuinely confused at the question, so he looks rather innocent. However, after recording that clip, some other revelations did come to light.
Well, I hope not. I've sniffed it.
You have sniffed it?
I've sniffed it.
And what, good or bad?
I think
Do you feel okay?
I feel fine. I feel perfectly healthy, but maybe I need to go to the doctors.
Eggy? Was it an eggy smell?
Not eggy, no. It's more chemically, but like in a good way. Not in a bad chemical way, in a good chemical way. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure there is a good chemical
No,
way.
there is. And it comes from Steam Deck.
I don't know what it is. It has this weird systemy kind of fan smell. And yes, I do naturally just go, I don't know why, but I do it, yes. Wait, am I gonna die?
So, is it actually dangerous? Well, Redditor Metapod100 asked Valve support whether the inhalation of such fumes are safe because they enjoy it for some reason. Well, Valve responded, as with all electronics, it is generally not recommended you inhale the exhaust fumes on your device. While there are no safety concerns with general usage, directly inhaling the device's vent fumes should be avoided. We understand that it may be a meme, but please refrain from this behavior for the safety of your health. Sadly for Valve, I feel like most people will only concentrate on the bit that says no safety concerns. But then again, Valve, if you don't want people to sniff that up, then why did you make it smell so damn good?
There's like a sweet smell to it.
I'm joking, please don't inhale your Steam Deck. And that's the show, you know how this works. We ask for a like and subscribe, you give us a like and subscribe, and we all merrily skip into the sunset. You can check out yesterday's video somewhere around here, and we'll see you tomorrow.